Hi guys, I'm Eileen. Today I want to share with you the luxury items I've sold this year. So over the last 2 years, I've been working really hard to curate my luxury collections and let go of the pieces that I don't reach for. First of all, I just really do not like clutters. I prefer to have a closet filled with the things that I love to use. Secondly, I'm also a bit conscious about the insurance cost, which obviously will be higher for a more extensive collection. Now, I do enjoy luxury, so I understand that insurance is a miscellaneous cost I would have to pay, but I just don't want to have to foot the bill for the things that I don't reach for. In fact, a few weeks ago, I've come across a very heartbreaking story on Instagram where a blogger lost almost all her luxury collection during a break-in, including some Cartier bracelets, Van Cleef & Arpels pieces, and some Hermes and Chanel handbags. I truly feel sorry for what happened to her, but I hope she's in good spirit and hopefully her insurance would cover her losses. Anyway, now let's move on to the luxury pieces I've sold in 2020. First of all, I've sold my Van Cleef & Arpels Magic Alhambra necklace in mother of pearl. I feel like a lot of you will not be surprised because I've mentioned several times on my channel that I didn't wear this necklace a lot. It's a beautiful piece, so at first I did hesitate about selling it, but in the last 2 years I wore it probably less than 10 times. And eventually I decided to let it go, and so far there's no seller's remorse. I just want to quickly share with you my selling experience with this necklace because it was quite nerve-wracking for me and the buyer. So I sold the necklace to a lovely lady in America. I paid for the next day delivery, but because of the whole COVID situation, there was a massive delay with shipping. I was so worried and I would track the parcel numerous times every day. Eventually, the parcel arrived after 2.5 weeks and the buyer was really happy with the necklace. So I'm really thankful everything was okay in the end, but I think this experience will definitely serve as a reminder for me if I'm ever tempted to buy anything on impulse because selling can be really stressful. The next ones are the Chanel CC earrings. As beautiful as they are, I've never really been into Chanel costume jewelry. I have 2 Chanel brooches which I bought years ago, and I think they are fantastic accessories for my very simple outfits. However, when it comes to jewelry pieces, I definitely prefer precious metals and real stones. These Chanel CC earrings were birthday present from my husband, and in the 8 years I had them, I wore them less than 10 times. So earlier this year, I decided to put them on my blog for sale and they were gone pretty quickly. Personally, I do think Chanel costume jewelry are heavily overpriced, but in all fairness, they do keep their resale values really well because of the high demand. This year, I've also sold my Dior earrings, which I got as a wedding present about 8 years ago. Similar to the Chanel CC earrings, these were made of silver and crystals. They look really lovely and feminine, but I just never reached for them. I kept them all these years mainly because I wasn't sure if it was a good idea to let go of a well-meaning gift. Anyway, the buyer was perfectly happy with these earrings, so I guess it's still a happy ending after all. The next item might come as a surprise, but I've let go of my Hermes Kelly necklace in rose gold. Now, I've said many times on my channel that I really enjoy the rose gold from Hermes, and I still really do. That's why I always check their website for their rose gold pieces. With this Kelly necklace, I actually had my eyes on it for about 6 months before finally pulling the trigger. So it wasn't a light purchase or an impulse decision. It's absolutely gorgeous, but it's never been something I would wear a lot. I think the main reason is because the pendant was quite a substantial size and is made of solid gold. There are also a lot of diamonds on the pendant, so it's just really eye-catching. In fact, sometimes I would feel quite conscious about displaying the pendant at certain places, and I might even hide the pendant underneath my shade. Also, there's quite a bit of weight to the pendant, so I usually wouldn't wear it to bed. That's why I didn't really travel with this necklace, because I couldn't imagine leaving behind such an expensive item in the hotel. Anyway, earlier this year, I decided to cut my losses and sell the Kelly necklace. The buyer was over the moon with the necklace, so I guess it's a win-win situation. This year, I also managed to sell my Hermes Rodeo charm in the blue electric color. I've decided a while ago that I'm not someone who likes to dress up handbags with leather charms, so I've been wanting to let go of all my Hermes pieces. At the moment, I still have 3 pieces for sale if you're interested. So this is the Rodeo charm in the MM size in the rose purple color. And this is the Rodeo PM in the malachite color. And I've also got a horsehead charm in a burgundy color. I think I'm gonna leave these pieces for a few more months and see if I receive more inquiries, and then I will consider to send them to the consignment service. In the last 2 years, I've also been working to curate my luxury small leather goods collection. For example, last year, I let go of 2 pieces of Louis Vuitton toiletry pouches, and this year, I've sold my Louis Vuitton coin purse, which was from the 2018 Christmas collection. That piece was beautiful, and I especially loved the red color on the inside. In fact, I feel like that illustration is probably one of the best designs Louis Vuitton has brought out over the last 5 years. Currently, I'm using this coin purse, which is from the 2017 Christmas collection. It carries a lot of coins, but the side profile is quite thin. So this can actually fit in all my small handbags. Now I still do carry cash, but I feel like very soon in the future, everything will be paid via contactless or credit card. So as much as I love the Louis Vuitton coin purses, I just don't feel like I need to. And I think I did the right thing by letting the other one go. I've not actually sold a lot of ready-to-wear pieces from my wardrobe, but this year I sold my DVF coat. It was a wool coat and it was in a beautiful navy blue color. I bought it at the outlet store and I thought it was a good deal. To be honest, blue has never really been a color I would wear a lot. And I feel like if the coat was at full price, I probably wouldn't have bought it. But sadly, I caved into the fear of missing out. The coat was in a brand new condition when I saw it, but I did sell it at about half the price I paid for. I think generally ready-to-wear pieces have quite poor resale values, so I do keep that in mind now when I do my shopping. Next, I want to talk about my general experience with selling my luxury pieces. I'm very fortunate to have an awesome audience who are kind and honest. So I do sell a lot of my pieces through this platform. So far, everyone I've come across has been really lovely, and I really appreciate the trust and the patience. I know it can be quite daunting to pay someone you've not met in person, so I do try my best to be a responsible seller. I like to keep my buyer informed at all times and just be available. So overall, I've had really good experience with selling my pieces, but at the same time, selling can be quite stressful and time-consuming. When I decide to sell an item, I will have to take good time to write descriptions and take pictures and then answer a lot of questions. When the item is sold, I then have to look for the appropriate packaging and shipping. And even when the parcel has been sent, I would continuously track the parcel until the buyer gets in touch to say he or she is perfectly happy with the purchase. Now, I've used consignment service before and it's a lot easier, but obviously they rightfully charge commissions. So I guess you would just have to gauge if you are happy to pay for the convenience. For me anyway, I feel like I might actually use a consignment service again if the item I want to sell is over a certain value. I think I'll definitely sleep a bit better in the night. I also want to talk about how my selling experience has influenced my shopping habits. As I mentioned before, selling can be stressful, but a lot of the times you will also end up losing quite a bit of money. So I've definitely become a lot more mindful when I do my shopping. Every time I'm interested in buying something, I'll ask myself if I'm really sure about the item and if there's a slightest chance I might change my mind in the soon future. So even though overall I've made a loss from my sales, I feel like I've also saved a lot of money just by shopping more intentionally. Now, at first I thought, seeing I got some cash from my sales, I should just treat myself to something nice. But I decided to invest the money instead. To be honest, with everything that's going on in the world now, I do feel like it's harder for me to part with my money. I'm very lucky that my husband and I are still working as normal, so we've not been affected financially that much. But the pandemic has really changed the way I look at priorities. On that note, I'm really interested to know if you've changed the way you shop this year. I feel like overall, luxury sales must have gone down because even when the stores are open, people are a bit more conscious about making unnecessary trips or visiting crowded places. In fact, some of the very sought-after Louis Vuitton handbags are now readily available on their website, including the mini palm spring backpack and the Matisse in the reverse monogram. So do you feel like this is the perfect time to snatch up some very popular pieces, or are you being very intentional? Personally, I feel like I'm taking a lot longer to decide on a purchase. And sometimes when I leave it for a week or two, I start losing interest. So overall, my shopping has gone down a lot. So that's my video about the luxury items I've sold this year. So far, I've had no seller's remorse and I genuinely feel a lot lighter and happier to let go of the pieces that no longer serve me. I still have several items available for sale, so if you're interested, please check out the information in the description box down below. So that's it from me. I hope you've enjoyed the video and don't forget to share, like and subscribe. I will see you in my next one. Have a nice day.